I've indited this poem from the bottom of my heart to show you what it's like to be a victim of sexual assault. I bear no fear or shame anymore when I tell my story because it's not something that just happens in dark alleys and dormitories. Images I behold don't go away even when I blink. I'm damaged beyond repair. I'm everything you'd never think. Sure, I could drink, but that's just a temporary solution. Loved by the same man who hated me. Am I causing confusion? See, I met him when I was 4. He shined like a gift from God. Showed me affection, lifted me up, so I let down my guard. His over-obsessive ways my mom seemed to disregard because he knew just what to say to her, knew how to play his cards. Children are an easy target. He must have found me so susceptible. I became part of a whole like a fraction. I was his decimal. Feeling all on my genitals, thought he was impeccable. This is real life, I'm speaking volumes, that's decibels. By 8, I was being fondled on a regular basis. He'd unload and then clean up. He wouldn't leave any traces. His pleasures were my disgraces. At home I never felt safest, used and abused. Mom didn't pump him, so he had to refuel. My sacred body exchanged for love wasn't part of the stipulation. Aggression flows through my veins at the thought he'll never know my tribulations. My constant contemplations, frustration with no foundation, the agitation of this recovery process and stagnation, wondering why he's roaming these free streets instead of roaming a jail cell. Sometimes I feel like a sinner, no remorse, going to hell. Cause I want to slit his throat and watch him die slow in pain. Each drop of blood representing every time he came. I apologize if you feel I'm describing this too vividly. I just want you to see how this antagonizes me. Turned me cold, turned me vicious, started acting out malicious, blowing ounces, drunk passing out. It went down south without a doubt. Wasn't until my first relationship I realized I had trust issues. In a pickle, it's official. What he did was detrimental. I thought it'd stop. Deception, agony, tragedy, a catastrophe. Questioned my morality, chastity, and sexuality. I thought it'd all go away and I'd be able to live happily, but these underlying issues slapped me back to reality. You know how hard it is to try and live a normal life despite this? No jail sentence could amount to the times I'll have to recite this. I share this pain, so no longer do I shed tears for me. I shed them for all the little girls who are out there wondering, is there some help? Somebody please. I'm too young to be on my knees. Drowning in grief and disbelief, discreet defeat, deceit unleashed. I'm the voice of many. Victims I pray for plenty. Post-traumatic can be deadly when your heart is somewhat empty. I have scars you can't see, bruises not visible to the eye. Yet you would never know it cause I smile in disguise. This rugged road I walk alone, please remind me I am not lonely. Your acknowledgement is enough. I'm not asking for you to console me. Understand this epidemic. It's serious and I plead. Somewhere out there, a girl is wishing to get back her virginity. Perplexed and distressed, feeling suppressed and depressed. When she gets undressed, she can't fathom the thought of someone feeling on her breast. Taste my thoughts, it's my words that I want you to ingest, cause I'm that 1 in 100 able to confess with success. It's not easy admitting and willing, especially when you have younger siblings that don't know the behind the scenes but see you spaz so you're the villain. Will I remain humane or go insane? Sit here and play the blame game? After everything I overcame, I'm damned if I don't make a change. I'm steady looking at where I'm going rather than staring at my rear view. That light at the end of the tunnel is what's helping me pull through. That bright light is a fiery soul, half Cape Verdean, half Spanish. Beautiful little girl, and she goes by Ziolannis. She's my calm and my mellow whenever I tend to panic. My anti-anxiety meds whenever I'm feeling frantic. She's my savior. Her presence brings joy and peace that somehow reminds me I'm a beauty when I feel like a beast. Once she got old enough and started asking, Mommy, why are you crying? I was so ashamed I let her see me like that. There's no denying. So I dug deep inside myself. I'm talking deeper than a diver. Disassembled the victim and I pulled out the survivor. I put my big girl shoes on as I am no longer this torn minor. I'm a riser, getting wiser, spirits higher. I'm a provider. For I have embraced all my weaknesses and converted them to strengths. I've never been happier and haven't broken down since. Focused on righting my wrongs and making sense of what life is. Apples can fall far from the tree when you make the right sacrifices. Taking it day by day, it'll never happen overnight, but my past won't consume me, not going down without a fight. Less and less flashbacks, I've learned to replace negative images. I play ball to get my mind off it. Therapy became scrimmages. Clearly, this prologue in my book of life wasn't intended. No control of how it started, but I control how I end it. See, what I do today will improve the rest of my tomorrows, and I have to lead the way. I have a baby girl that follows. Teach her well and treat her right, for she is my mini-me. She got my genes, and I thank God she can't inherit insecurities. God has blessed me with strength, faith, a good mind, and a kind heart. He is the source of success in this process, is what I impart. The hardest part is learning to love myself and putting thee first. How can I offer anyone a piece of me if I don't know my worth? What must I do to let this fury inside me die? Is the key to my closure asking him to apologize? The trick is talking about it. No more skeletons in my closet. I could be speaking for your daughter, your sister, or your mother. How would it make you feel if you were my older brother? What if I was your lover, your significant other? Would you calm my storm down whenever you saw my thunder?